Good morning, determination. How's everyone? Feel the power of you controlling your breathing right now. Feel the power of you enjoying your greatest gift right now. That's you. That's your presence. That's your greatest power. Your power to determine to stay in the present, in the now, and be your true great being that you are. No matter what. In this present moment, everything is here you need right now. So let's see ourselves today doing the best we can in the gym of life. Here we are again. Controlling our minds. Controlling our breathing. One great thought at a time. One great breath at a time. So see yourself doing your best on all the exercises we do today together, here and now. That's your determination. Your greatest power. Power that's the same in you and every human being on the planet.
Is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time. Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. And we gon' make you lose your mind. We just wanna see you shake that.
Party rock, looking for your girl, she on my jock. Now stop when we in the spot. Booty moving weight like she on the block. With a drink, I got to know. Top jeans tattoo, cause I'm rock wrong. Half black, half white diamond now. Gang of money, open up.
Yo, I'm running through these halls like Drano. I got that devilish flow, rock and roll, no halo. We party rock. Yeah, that's the crew that I'm repping on a rise to the top. No lead in our Zeppelin. Hey,
party rock is in the house tonight. Woo! Everybody just have a good time.
Yeah,
and we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time.
Let's go.
Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time.
Chillin',
and we gon' make you lose your mind. We just wanna see you shake that.
Dancing against the other onto the fence! That is brilliant! Signeringen från
Good morning, guys. Today, Will Smith shares with us a simple piece of advice in his top 10 rules for success, and that is be great. And for him, he shares with us how he truly believes that we are all great, that he himself is great. And because he believes that, he says so definitely and passionately that this is what he believes, and he's willing to die for it. That's how convinced he is that he's great. So do you think of yourself as being great? I mean, really think about yourself that way? I know for myself, I finally see myself that way, and it's changed everything. It's reminded me that there's so much to learn, so much to know, and so much to grow with. So I want to remind you, you are great. Look at Will Smith. Learn from his life. This is an amazing thinker. If you think of yourself as great, you will eventually start to do the great things you're meant to do. Have a great morning, everyone.
You want to know the number one things you need more for health, happiness, success, abundance, joy, progress in 2021? You have to question whether or not you are practicing habits that lead to long-term success, well-being, and positive relationships, mental, emotional, or spiritual energy. It's three primary things for me. Three primary things. If you study my work, you know this. Number one, high level intention for each day. Intention for me, not about the to-do list, intention for life. So my live, love, matter intention, right? I'm intentional about my life and my purpose and what I'm trying to do each day. I don't always get it right. I'm just trying. Second, you all know, bring the joy. I ask, how do I bring joy into this? How do I make this more joyful? It's part of the reason I started Growth Day. I love coaching. I'm going to love it doing it more with my friends. Bring them all in. This is going to be awesome. I get to work on the weekly now with the world's best personal development coaches. That is joy for me. Awesome. Growth Day. Sweet. Right? So intention, then bringing joy. And third, this is important for everyone to hear. If you've studied my work, honor the struggle. When you have struggle, and you will, and we do, it's not about being mad at the struggle, bemoaning the struggle, or hating the struggle. It's honoring it. Bringing honor to struggle says, I recognize this struggle has been put before me as a challenge. I don't like the challenge. I don't want to embrace it and kiss it. No. I don't need you to embrace the challenge. I might not. I'm fine if you don't want to hug your challenges. I don't like a lot of my challenges. I want to kick them in the face, not embrace them. But I honor the demand of them. I honor that the struggle has been put before me as a challenge of my character and my capability. Oh, I don't like this. It's a challenge. Or I don't like this, but this has been put before me for me to find access to somebody or an idea or a new experience that wouldn't have existed without that struggle or that challenge. So for me, it's a process of honoring and trusting. For me, as a spiritual person, I just feel like the universe lined that up. Wasn't part of my plans. The universe has lined it up, and it's asking me to be on a heroic journey and deal with it from my highest and best self. How would my highest and best self deal with this stressor, with this challenge, with this difficulty, with this inconvenience? And for those who've been in the Growth Day community or our coaching programs in the past, you know where that leads. It leads to the hardest thing, but maybe the best thing that keeps me on my A game. I call it the role model mindset. I talked about it all of 2020. I spoke about it the first week of March in 2020. If you can have a role model mindset, the role model mindset says, I'm going to demand of myself because other people are watching. The kids see how I show up. My community see how I show up. You are influencing other people, so be intentional and thoughtful and gracious about how you impact other people. The role model mindset says, I want to have a positive influence and impact in the world. And so I'm going to quiet down the lesser, gossipy, crappy sides of me because they'll always be there, but they don't win the day. Those petty parts of you are less quiet than the purposeful sides of you. The petty, egoic, narcissistic, silly, rude, hate-driven part of you, that dark side in the negative light, which we'll talk about, the stuff that we don't like about ourselves, that can be there. But what wins the attitude, what wins the relationship, that's our role model mindset. I'm gonna be great for other people, not just for me. I'm gonna be great for other people because I can have that ripple effect. Be a leader. Be around leaders. Listen to them. Study them. Even if they're casually talking, ooh, that's their mindset. Oh, that's their routine. Oh, that was a distinction when they had hardship. Oh, because you're not done growing.
Are you ready to bubble? Bubbling, everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, 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 everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, 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 bubbling, dance all night, we go dance all night. Yo, are you ready to bubble? Dance all night, we go dance all night. Ha ha, we want to see ya. Dance all night, we go dance all night. Dance all, dance all, dance all, dance all. All right, y'all. Are you ready to bubble? Bubbling, everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, 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 everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, 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 everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, bubbling, everybody bubbling, little bubble, bubble, bubbling, bubbling, everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, 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 everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, 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 everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, 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 everybody bubbling, little bubble, bubbling, yo. Bubbly, 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 bum, 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 bubbly, 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 bum, bubble, bubble, bubble. All right, make way when you see me pass through, and they come with me too. You don't know what to do. Drinks up, hands up, everything in the air. Everybody done young, there's a party over here. That's right, we drink just bubbling. Watch how we wine while the DJ juggling. He got the whole dance floor just bubbling. Champagne bottles just popping. We going on, I guess, and making us stop it. Let's party hard tonight. So going non-stop until the sunlight. We going non-stop until the sunlight. The club done full, only woman inside. It's a good night to get we head tight. It's a good night to get we head tight. Couple up this party going for a flight. Drink drinks, we don't care, we go down.
Lyngby flykter så videre. Det er et angrepsspill her da. Mount Pellegrino med en signaturavslutning! Det tok ham 22 minutter!
Good afternoon, everyone. Greatness takes determination. It takes that relentless drive of determination to bring out your greatness. This is something that I'm learning each and every single day, but I love it. I'm driven by it. And I want you to remember that you have your greatness in you, but it's not this thing that is just going to magically come, or that it's going to just somehow, some way manifest itself. You're meant to bring that greatness out, but through hard work, little by little, day by day, choice by choice. And you don't have to look at it as like this totally insurmountable thing that seems so unreachable for you. Just little by little, there's a greatness in the day-to-day of just working on becoming great. So I'm reminding you of that, and I hope you remember that each and every moment. Have a great afternoon.
95% of who we are by the age of 35 is programmed. Is that true?
I think if we define a habit as a redundant set of automatic, unconscious thoughts, behaviors, and emotions that's acquired through repetition. A habit is when you've done something so many times that your body now knows how to do it better than your conscious mind. Then it's programmed subconsciously. So then when the body knows how to do it better than the conscious mind, then for the most part, the greatest habit we have to break is the habit of being ourselves, right? So there's a principle in neuroscience that says that nerve cells that fire together wire together. If you keep thinking the same way, if you keep making the same choices, if you keep doing the same things, if you keep reproducing the same experiences and feeling the same emotions, your biology begins to become hardwired in a sense. It becomes programmed.
Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and I make these videos because I need them, because I want to wake up every single day and get pushed by somebody who's doing a lot more than me. And in watching their videos, it inspires me to be bolder, to have more courage, and to go chase down the life of my dreams. And I hope it does the same for you. So today, let's learn to shift our identity and attract success with Dr. Joe Dispenza. Enjoy.
In order to change something, to arrive at a new vision of your future, if you wanted to arrive at a new goal or new vision of your future, you'd have to change something about yourself in order to get there. And you'd have to change the way you think, the way you act, and the way you feel. When you begin to become conscious of those unconscious thoughts, so conscious that you don't let them slip by your awareness unnoticed or unchecked by you. If you catch yourself speaking in a limited way, or you become conscious that you're behaving in a certain way, in a habit, and you can notice or pay attention to how you're feeling, then you're no longer the program. Now your consciousness observing the program, you're only unconscious when you're in the program. And so to change then is to become so conscious that you don't go unconscious again. And in a sense, that is consciousness that is really the puppet master that really decides who we want to be. I think the biggest problem is that people lose their free will to a set of programs. And so their body is basically programmed into a predictable future based on what they've done in the past. So to change that habituation takes an enormous amount of energy, an enormous amount of awareness.
Rule number 2 is remember your vision.
Wake up every day. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want your dream? It's so much easier to forget that vision than to remember it, right? So if you're going to remember it, you got to keep it alive in your mind. How do you keep it alive in your mind? You disconnect from your environment. You close your eyes. You play music in the background. You sit your body down, and it's got to pee, and it's got to eat, and it's got to. Well, you just sit down for a few minutes, like training a dog. Like stay. When I say it's time to get up, we get up. Don't be thinking about what's going to happen in your day. You already know what's going to happen. Don't think what happened yesterday. You already know that. Get in the present moment and say, who do I want to be when I open my eyes? Who do I want to be today? What would greatness look like? How would one day, one shot, one lifetime, what would an abundant person do? Let me rehearse that with my eyes closed. Let me remind myself who I don't want to be. Let me remind myself of who do I want to be. Let's not get up, Lewis.
Until we get into that.
Until we're the tennis ball hits the sweet spot. When you go, oh, I'm ready for the day now. Now, game on. Now, if you can maintain that modified state of mind and body the entire day without defaulting by seeing someone or doing something, stay in that state, the experiment still continues. And you're changing your energy. Doesn't happen in 2 days, you're not that good.
Right.
That's it. You're not that good.
We keep practicing.
People who show up for the 21 weeks in a row, this woman, 21 weeks in a row. The end of 21 weeks, she knew it. Boom, her whole life changed. Boom. Was it 21 days worth it? Ask her. The experiment, she was just changing the process.
Rule number 3 is synchronize your energy.
I think we've all experienced those synchronicities where you're thinking about something or you have an intention and all of a sudden you start to see reality kind of conform itself around you in some way and you're not going anywhere to get it. Somehow it seems to be coming to you. And there's a very direct correlation between energy and reality. So when you start to synchronize your energy to a possibility that exists in the quantum field and you have a coherent brain, there's a very, very specific signal that we can send out that's very, very coherent. and clear. And when we match that brain coherence with heart coherence, it is the heart that acts as a magnet and draws the experience back to us. So the thought being the electrical charge and the feeling being the magnetic charge, and how you think and how you feel broadcasts information into the quantum field. And I think whatever we broadcast into the field is our experiment with destiny. So we either create from the field or we create from matter. And if we create from matter as bodies local in space and time and three-dimensional reality, we have to move through space to get what we want. We have to move back and forth to work and drive there to manifest our dreams. And in creating in three-dimensional reality takes time and it takes energy. Sometimes people get so lost in reality they forget what their dreams were because there's too much time between cause, the thought, and effect, the experience. And that's what separation does in three-dimensional reality. Creating from the field and getting beyond yourself, your associations to everything physical and known, and being able to enter through a small door, the eye of the needle, the quantum field, passing through that eye of the needle as pure consciousness and connecting to a field, and teaching people how to create from the field instead of from matter, connected to that unified field, to source energy. When they create from source and they're connected to source, and source is the cause that creates matter, the effect. If we create from source connected to it from the field instead of from matter, we don't have to go anywhere now to get what we want. We begin to draw the experiences to us. So by combining heart coherence with brain coherence, now we have a Wi-Fi signal. And all we have to do is synchronize our energy to some intention with some emotion and tune in to the energy of the future. And the longer you're conscious of this energy, the more you draw your future to you. And if you keep practicing it every day, it's going to become familiar to you. And all of a sudden, that will be your natural energy. And when you change your energy, you change your life. And the more coherent the signatures electromagnetically, the more refined the experience we have.
Also, to make sure you're actually taking action after watching this video, I've designed a special free worksheet just for this video. The worksheet will highlight all of the lessons learned in this video, as well as pull out our 3 favorite learnings and quotes that will inspire you to actually do something. The worksheet will also give you space to write down what your key takeaways are and your specific plan of action to make sure you're getting results. If you want the worksheet designed specifically for this video, absolutely for free, there's a link in the description below. Go click on it and start building the momentum in your life and your business. I'll see you there. Rule number 4 is reframe your reality.
Being victimized by
alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo para dar la alegría cosa buena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, Macarena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo para dar la alegría cosa buena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, Macarena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo para dar la alegría cosa buena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, Macarena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo para dar la alegría cosa buena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, Macarena.
Good evening, guys. As we go on our path to living, laughing, and loving, our way to infinite mind wealth, I'm reminded about so many examples of great people today that have made mistakes along the way. And it just reminds me, and all of us hopefully, to just be compassionate, empathetic towards ourselves as we're on this path. And I want to share Les Brown's story. Les Brown, when he was developing himself and he's trying to make a life for himself and fulfill his dreams, he had a dream of buying his mom a home. And when he finally did that, even though he had all the great intentions in the world and he trusted people, unfortunately he was burned by a mistake. And it was in the signing of the home. There was an unpaid debt on it. And so he made the mistake of not looking into whether or not there was any debt payments on it still. And it happens to all of us, but it's okay because he learned from it and his life speaks for itself. Have a great evening, everyone.
So to go about wanting to manifest material abundance in your life is perhaps not the right way to go about it, because you're concentrating on the outermost layer of abundance. And even if you manage to manifest abundance on the outer level, it's not going to make you happy. It's not going to fulfill you, except for a few days. The new possession, nice and shiny, whatever it is, and there you look at it, got it now, it's mine. And after a few days, it wears off. It's no longer that fulfilling to be driving the Ferrari or whatever it is. There's nothing wrong with the Ferrari, but if you're looking to the Ferrari for happiness and fulfillment, it's not going to work for that long. If you're just driving it because you enjoy that experience, that's a different matter. Many people who practice manifesting, which of course manifesting is something that you can use, and it works if it's done rightly. But the dilemma or the fallacy is the belief that whatever you manifest is going to make you happy. It's to seek the fullness of life through what you manifest, through things.
Need motivation?
Watch a Top 10 with Believe Nation.
Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and I make these videos because I need them, because I want to wake up every single day and get pushed by somebody who's doing a lot more than me. And in watching their videos, it inspires me to be bolder, to have more courage, and to go chase down the life of my dreams. And I hope it does the same for you. So today, listen from one of the best, Eckhart Tolle, and my take on his top 50 rules of success. Enjoy.
Does the mind create a physical problem to distract us from emotional pain? It is often the case that emotional pain that is not recognized, when there's not enough awareness, the emotional pain exists beneath your level of awareness, and it can come out as certain kinds of reactivity in daily life. So you are taken over by reactions to certain things that trigger that type of emotional pain that is in you that you're completely unaware of. And emotional pain that is in total unawareness can very easily become a physical symptom. It transferred into the physical realm. Any kind of prolonged negative mental states which produce corresponding negative emotions affect the functioning of the physical organism. And even research has been done on this and been confirmed that negative states, mental emotional states, in the long term, affect the physical organism. When things go wrong, that's a moment of becoming more conscious. It's even the smallest things. If you don't react out of the conditioning, the mental emotional conditioning, but be the awareness, and then, and you observe. If emotions arise, you are there and you can say, there's the anxiety again. And then you know that there's anxiety without calling it anything.
That is a huge difference to know that anxiety is in you, anger is in you right now, for example, or anxiety, whatever else it may be, or some mood that suddenly gets a hold of you, and then you're suddenly in a bad mood. Don't talk to me, don't you? I'm grumpy. Well, to say I'm grumpy is already a little bit step forward, because at least you know that you're grumpy. If you're totally unconscious, the grumpiness is you, and you don't even know that you're grumpy. To say, don't talk to me, I'm grumpy, that already means there's a little bit of awareness there. It's great. So there's a huge difference between saying, I'm angry, and slightly different, I feel angry, or there's anger in me. I feel that there's anger in me. I feel angry. There's somewhat a difference between I am angry, because then you equate identity with the emotion. So it's not I am angry, that's a huge, you've fallen into a huge trap. If you equate emotion with your identity, or if you equate a thought with your identity, or a story in your mind, you equate that with your identity, or an opinion which is thought. The world is full of people who don't know the difference between their opinion and their identity. Their opinion becomes their identity. And then they have lots of fights with other people because they are totally confused about who they are. They derive their identity from a set of opinions. Politics, for example, it doesn't mean you cannot have opinions. Everybody has opinions. But where does your sense of identity come from? Does it come from the opinions, or do you realize that you have certain opinions, which may be valid or not? You're on a human level, you have opinions, or viewpoints, or perspective, mental positions. You have them, they are there. But do these give you your sense of self? Or if they do, then you're continuously arguing with other people, making other people into enemies, because when you contradict somebody who equates opinion with identity, unconsciously they believe that you are attacking their very self, because there's a confusion about who they are. They don't know who they are. So you attack the opinion of somebody who's totally identified with their opinion, and you become their mortal enemy. They might even try to kill you up in an extreme form of unconsciousness.
The Tao, or consciousness in its pure form, is pure no form before it becomes something, before it becomes a thought or words. So right now, you're aware of sense perceptions, because you can still see me. You're aware of the words, but more importantly, you are aware that you are aware. You know yourself as this aware presence, space. Without that space, that aware space, there would be no sense perception. It is the light of consciousness in which all the objects of consciousness are perceived. Most people are not aware of themselves as consciousness. They're only aware of the objects that arise in consciousness. And their sense of identity also, their sense of who they are, ultimately is an object that arises in their consciousness. That's me. This is my story, me and my story, my identity. I am this and that and all those things together, that's me. But they're all thought forms or emotional forms that arise in consciousness. They are an object in consciousness. And this object in consciousness, for most people, is the foundation of their sense of identity. But that, unfortunately, is an enormous limitation and ultimately a misperception of who they actually are. Most people's sense of identity, therefore, is based on a misperception, because who you truly are is not an object in consciousness. That's ephemeral. It is here for a while, then it evaporates. Who you truly are is the space of consciousness itself. And so you become aware of an underlying presence, just to use a word, an wakefulness. A certain alertness, a stillness, but not a stillness that is asleep, an alert stillness. That's the realization of consciousness, of yourself as consciousness.
Also, to make sure you're actually taking action after watching this video, I've designed a special free worksheet just for this video. The worksheet will highlight all of the lessons learned in this video, as well as pull out our 3 favorite learnings and quotes that will inspire you to actually do something. The worksheet will also give you space to write down what your key takeaways are and your specific plan of action to make sure you're getting results. If you want the worksheet designed specifically for this video, absolutely for free, there's a link in the description below. Go click on it and start building the momentum in your life and your business. I'll see you there.
If you find the strange phenomenon that you are always right and others are always wrong, that's an important realization. How is
on our breathing. Back straight, eyes closed, legs crossed. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel that power that you're using to control your breathing. Your connection to oneness, to what we all really are, to the truth. The ultimate truth. That you were born to win control over your mind. That when we all do that, we find out the truth of who we all really are. Infinitely intelligent beings, powerful beyond measure. power of all knowing right here, right now, this moment. You're already made of all knowing of the universe. You're made of that same stuff. With that, you can always have and be your true, peaceful, happy, kind, loving self. No matter what. So reflect back on your effort today. Always remember that if you gave your best in whatever you were doing, that you can do it now, and you can do it forever. That's what makes you a winner. Born to be happy, peaceful, to be mind healthy and wealthy, always. No matter what's going on outside your mind, no matter what anybody or anything suggests about you, any negativity, that's all a lie. It's all losses that we, as determination,